Okay, this is a battle report for. This is the second iteration of my all Khorne army, and it's not all Khorne. There's one unit of Nurglings, just to fit in points. Probably they got tabled practically yesterday, so we're going to see what happens against Blood Angels, Blood for the Blood God and Blood for the Blood Emperor. So it's 2,000 points. Big guns never tire, with an objective here sitting underneath this Soul Grinder, an objective here, and one objective, this carnivorous plant here. Hammer and anvil, so long edges of the board, or short edges 24 inches in. 2,000 points with big guns never tire and night fighting, so it's night at round 1. On the Khorne army side, there are 3 units of bloodletters. 2 of them are in reserves, and then I actually have 2 Aegis lines, and they're 3 inches apart, so the squad can occupy both. It's got a las cannon and a quad cannon, and then there's a Herald of Khorne with one of them. There's 10 Furies of Khorne, 1 skull cannon, 1 squad of blood crushers with Karanak, 3 soul grinders, 2 of them are in reserve. A bloodthirster in reserve, but he's in outflank because of his warlord trait for this game, and I think that's it. And then on the Blood Angel side, see if I can identify everything. What was your warlord trait?
Warlord trait.
Oh, you had the feel no pain within 3 inches. Yeah, objective. So troops, he's got Death Company, squad. It's just a tack squad. Yep. Razorback with no one in it. Correct.
Yes.
Scouts. Bale, ball predators, whatever they are. With flames or with the
with flame sponsons.
Flame sponsons.
And the pintle mounted and the assault cannons.
Assault cannons. Squadron or 3 individuals? Squadron of speeders. And you got something in reserve.
Yes, I have the
Storm Raven. Storm Raven is this. He's in pieces. Maybe it's magnetized.
the
assault guys.
And sanguinary guards.
Sanguinary guards. These guys actually have the jump packs.
Yes.
So they're going to deep strike him.
Yep.
Okay, and then Dante and his guys. So you got troops. But these guys can't score. No. And you had 1 heavy, right?
Well, that's
the Storm Raven. So it's a scoring unit. So it's a lot of scoring unit moves here. The Bale and the Bale move forward, and the Blood Crushers, because they have Karanak, have scouts, so they moved. And it is round 1 where the Blood Angels are going to steal the initiative. And we're going to see if Blood Angels steal the initiative, if you want to. It's always worth a try. It is, so they stole. It's not looking good for the Khorne army because there are 2 Bale Predators that just rolled up after scouting, and they're probably going to do bad things. And then those guys moved. Those guys stay where they are. These guys come walking forward, and that thing rolled forward. And we identified an objective because this guy's a heavy. He actually benefits from it. It's a 5, so it's a Scatterfield. Gives him a +1 to his cover save, so it's going to be a 3 since he's in these ruins, debris stuff for most things. And the other objective we're too far from. All right, so shooting on the Blood Angel side is finished. And I thought it was going to go far worse for the Demons, but so far it hasn't. You guys still move your guys, but other than moving, we're done with shooting, and we killed 2, or he killed 2 Blood Crushers, and this guy's got 1 wound left on him. Shot the heck out of the las cannon with multi-meltas and heavy bolters, and it's night fighting, so the las cannon saved, and or wasn't wounded because of random luck. And that's it for the Demons getting hit, and that's it for Blood Angels round 1, because there are no assaults. So it's remarkable that the Demons are still alive. So we're gonna see what happens. So, Demon movement has been, actually, Karanak here, what's he going to do? He's going to have to move. Hold on. Demon movement. Karanak's just going to hang out with these Furies. Alright, so Demon movement is how it stands. This guy moves 2 inches. It's sad. These Furies come flying over the wall and land right here so we can charge a Bale Predator. The 2 Blood Crushers are left. They leave Khorne and they move 12 inches forward. Skull Cannon rolls to the side. Those dudes don't move at all, but he heaves a portal glyph here and it goes deviating over to here. And so that's it for demon movement. At the end of movement, forgot to do this. It spawned 4 pink horrors. If anyone has seen the current Daemons FAQ, you'll realize that's something they should have fixed. But it's a terribly written FAQ, and I'm not going to go on to the what happens with Warp Storm. 8. The number of Warp Storm. I actually rolled 8, which is the number of Khorne, and Khorne started throwing stuff down skulls, and he threw one at those guys over there, and it deviated 12 inches. He dropped a small blast on these scouts. He does nothing to these guys. The cocked dice. Nothing to them, and then on the Razorback, nothing. So we're going to see if he can kill some scouts. Killed a bunch of scouts. Still not first blood, but so Demon Shooting. Demon Shooting comes out really well. These pink horrors can come jumping out of a portal glyph and then shoot this Bale Predator with Warp Flame and wreck it. Because they get 3 6s on their pens. So their strength 5 shots just go right through it. It's amazing. And it's really close so it doesn't get cover. And then the Quad Cannon and the Icarus Las Cannon, who are being shot by guys who have Ballistic Skill 5 and 7, take out a Land Speeder and glance one. Were it not for the Jinx save. Skull Cannon does nothing. This guy rolls a double 2 on his ordnance against this thing, so he doesn't accomplish anything. And this guy Warp Gazes or Warp Breaths the Scout and rolls a 1 to hit, which is the only thing he needs to miss. So Demons are done with their shooting, and since these guys scouted round 1 but did not go first, they can assault, and they're going to assault those scouts, and these guys are going to do some sort of assaulty stuff here. So, on the assaults, 10 Furies and Khorne charge the Bale Predator. These guys charge the scouts. The scouts overwatch. They miss. These guys roll a 5-inch charge, so they do nothing. And then we're going to see if we can take out a Bale Predator with an insane number of attacks. I didn't get to roll this whole pile of dice from my rage and charge and everything because Khorne himself just breaks the Bale Predator and blows it up. How many inches? 4 inches, which is probably good enough to hit all but 3. So, and the pink horrors. And yeah, so 4 pink horrors and 7 Furies and Khorne. So we could. So at the end of the assault, we lost 3 Furies. Khorne takes a wound. We lost a pink horror, and we forgot to roll to see if scouts ran away from getting hit by Khorne earlier. So scouts don't run away after Khorne hurls a brass skull at them. And we're on to Blood Angels, round 2! So on the reserves, it's not pretty. Dante and the assault squad, they roll 1s and 2s. They're not coming in. And so the flyer is, though, it rolled a 5, so it's coming in, and so it's the lone reserve unit coming in. Night fighting ends, and it's flying in from the board edge over there. It's being assembled, non-magnetized. It just fits together by friction. So I've been told. So the movement phase is done. This guy comes flying in here. We haven't done the intercept yet, so that's going to happen with the Las Cannon and the quad gun, I think. These guys come up. This rolls to here. Those guys are stringing along the edge. The scouts don't move at all. Those things come flying up, and then 2 of his reserves just didn't come in. So, sad day there. And we're going to see if we can take this thing down. What's its armor?
14.
14? No, really, what's its armor? Flying Land Raider. You do have deep striking Land Raiders, but 12. Yeah, 12. All right, okay. So there's a lot of shooting, 2 pens. It jinx one of them, and then can only snap fire. So shooting, we lost a bunch of blood. Well, we lost 2 bloodletters on the Icarus Las Cannon, and the guy with warped breath there. He died from this guy's shooting. Wow, they're moving 6 inches. That's a pretty good run. And no, he got shot down by the attack squad. Yeah, so that killed him, and then that was it. So those guys ran 6 inches, and we're onto no assaults. So Demons round 2. So on the deep striking, this unit comes in here. Nothing else came in from reserves other than Bloodletters and Soul Grinder. So this guy, because of the Chaos Icon, lands right here. And Bloodletter and Bloodthirsters and other Soul Grinders, they all just hang out in the warp with Dante and the Blood Angels, because everyone wants to hang out and not come
so
into
demon
reserves.
movement
is done. Pink horrors come spawning out of the portal glyph. They get Bolt of Change. These pink horrors that came out previously are coming this way. Khorne is going to go all out and try to take out either the whatever this is, Razorback, or the Death Company. There's only 3 of them, so the dog is sure he can do it. Bloodletters land here. Soul Grinder with Gaze is here. 1 lone Blood Crusher with 2 wounds left. It's there. Skull Cannon comes rolling over the Aegis line. Oh, there's a dude like hanging out back here. Bloodletters come charging through the Aegis line, and Soul Grinder moved, so he's got a clear line of sight at something. And we're going to see what happens with Warp Storm. So the result of Warp Storm is 6. Glorious Rot, it does nothing. And we're on to actual shooting. Shooting phase. Shooting phase is done, other than these pink horrors. We're going to run 5 inches. That way. So in the shooting phase, this guy, soul grinding arm cannon, the harvester, blows up the Razorback. This soul grinder shoots down with 1 hit on a Skyfire, pens and blows up the Storm Raven. Skull cannon does nothing. The las cannons are all inactivated because they shot. These guys bolted have changed, but they did nothing. And that was the shooting. And so we're on to the actual assaulting, and we'll probably see something. So first assault, Blood Crusher charges these scouts, and he's going to make the charge as a 4-inch charge. But the scouts might, kill him with a las cannon or something. Las cannon? No. Sniper rifle. Khorne charges the Death Company. But they have to go through terrain now. Wow, that's no problem. 9-inch charge. But Death Company's got pistols, stuff like that, so they might. Yeah, I don't know if we notified anyone of this in the previous stuff, but this is a bomb. So that objective explodes, but it does not this round because I did not roll another one, and we're going to resolve the combat. It actually was really close. He almost missed the scout on all of his attacks, so he consolidates 5 inches. Yeah. Blood for the Blood God. It's not looking good for the Blood Angels. It's really not. And so then there's this combat here. The assaults, Khorne and boys, or whatever they are. They killed the 3 Death Company, but because they charged through terrain, the Death Company swung at the same time and actually killed some Furies. So we're down to 3 Furies and Khorne, and we're now on to round 3. Blood Angels, round 3. Dante and the squad also come in, and then speeding things up, that Icarus cannon shot Dante's squad and a hit, but then rolled a 1, so that did nothing useful. So movement here. Are you sure you're not going to move them then?
Yeah, you know what I need to move them.
You can do some sort of movement. Yeah. All right, so movement. Those 2 squads land there. These guys are coming up on the 1 lone Blood Crusher, and that squadron of speeders is setting up so they can flame and hurt many Bloodletters and a Herald. And okay, so shooting. This guy's got 1 wound left after getting plasma pistoled and pistoled. We lost the Herald of Khorne and Bloodletter over there. We're going to see what happens on the assault phase. These guys are spreading out so that they... not quite sure why they're spreading out, but they're spreading out so that they can do stuff.
Well, they're spreading out so they don't
get blasted by...
large blasted and
yeah. Okay, and so we're on to... End of round 3, assaults. They kill the Blood Crusher. But he kills one of them at the same time, so we're on to Demons round 3, right? Yep. Okay. Bloodthirster is coming in. So coming in from reserves, outflanking because of the Warlord trait, is the Bloodthirsters swooping in, and then the Soul Grinder lands here, deviates, rolls a 1, and is lost to the warp. and my blood letters are still stuck in the warp. So we're moving on to movement. So movement. Pink horrors, go here. Portal glyph spawns 2 blood letters. Sort of for humor's sake. Pink horrors are here. This soul grinders comes charging out of terrain towards that. These blood letters move here. The skull cannon comes barreling over there. These guys are here. Soul grinder comes charging through terrain. They come moving out. Karnak attaches to the squad, and on the vector strike, we actually killed a sanguinary guard with the bloodthirster, and then the warp storm effect is a 6. So we rolled Nurgle. Previous these guys, nothing, and the speeders nothing. So nothing happens with the special. So demon shooting is somewhat impressive, but not overly impressive. Skull cannon takes out one of the speeders with a skull cannon. The bloodthirster whips sanguinary guard down with his AP2 whip. These guys do nothing. This guy I-beams, warp gazes a single space marine down, and we're on to the assaults, which might not go well. It's looking dismal, so it's kind of interesting just to note that whenever we don't battle report games against Sam, he wins. And it's real. He actually does win. It's just when I actually tape them that terrible things happen. So Soul Grinder charge this squad, Bloodletters charge it, Soul Grinder and Bloodletters charge that squad. This thing, Hammer of Wrath's a vehicle, and nothing happens. And so we're gonna finish up this assault here. So here's what happens on the assault. Soul Grinder and Bloodletters slaughter a bunch of troops. Soul Grinder and Bloodletters slaughter a bunch of troops. We rammed that speeder and nothing happened. And then does that thing explode? It does not. So that's it. The Blood Angels have Dante and Speeder left on the top of 4. Sam looks depressed.
No, that's okay.
This is pretty much how my game went, as anyone who looks on my channel yesterday. In reverse. Alright, so movement for Blood Angels. This flies over here. These guys come flying over here towards the Soul Grinder because they're going to Inferno Pistol it. And, yep. Okay, so in the shooting phase, I have a pink horror left. The rest got flamed, including the 2 bloodletters. This guy just got Inferno pistoled and blew up and then wounded. No, well, he didn't do anything because they got 2 up saves. So, oops. Like the fall over. And the quad cannon. We're just blowing stuff up with our arms right and left. And that's the end of their shooting, and they can't assault. So we're on to round 4 for Demons. So coming in from the warp, we're a bunch of bloodletters. They land here, they deviate straight into the skull cannon, and that's that. So now we're on movement. Here's what happens. The portal glyph does nothing. These pink horrors, they just hang out because they're holding this objective. These guys come up to this objective on the odd unhope that a bunch of Khorne units die for some strange reason. I wanted 2 of them near the objective. Cannon turns around and looks at that thing's back. These guys, they're holding an objective, and then they're manning the quad cannon and the las cannon. And the bloodthirster goes into gliding mode right behind the sanguinary guard because he's going to try to kill him. So what happens with Warp Storm? It's a 5. So I have Storm of Fire. I haven't mentioned this in the entire game because they're just here for the extra troop choice so that I have 4 troops. The Nurglings, nothing happens to them. And then nothing happens to the rest of Tzeentch's, beat down on Nurgle and everyone else because I didn't roll well enough. So we're on to these shootings. All right. So shooting. Okay, at the end of shooting, it's very close to a round 4 Blood Angel table. We have Dante and a Sanguinary Guard, and that everyone else has been wiped out. The Icarus Las Cannon and the Quad Cannon take out the Land Speeder. Pink Horrors kill a Sanguinary Guard. The Bloodthirster kills the Sanguinary Guard with his whip. And then we're going to charge them. So you're going to overwatch him. You might get Warlord, who knows. Just because Sam wants to demonstrate that he could survive. He took 5 AP2 hits from the Bloodthirster. And yeah, they all die. So Blood Angels got tabled. as happens only when I am documenting these things, because otherwise I get crushed by them. And whatever the other one was, like Space Wolf, Blood Angel tabling me last time, killing my Soul Grinders on round 1 with las cannons and stuff. So, yeah, it is done.